Hey y'all, welcome back to Social Legit Production. And today we're gonna be doing something a little different up on this channel. So right now we about to take a deeper look of the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, the return of the Slab episode, and the hidden messages that we missed in childhood. And the lessons is behind greed, desperation, and ignoring the signs. Stay tuned. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys remember Courage the Cowardly Dog and the episode that's called Return the Slab. Um, as kids and stuff, that episode still to this day is kind of creepy but funny at the same time. And when you just grow up and you just rewatch certain TV shows or cartoons, you start to realize some of these episodes actually had a deeper meaning behind it, and when that we just tend to ignore when we was kids. Okay, so before I show you this clip of the episode when Ramsey repeatedly warns to Eustace, Courage, and Mario, return the slab or suffer thy curse, whatever. I mean, the instructions were simple. Just give it back, and it doesn't belong to you. Now, again, before I show you this clip, instead of obeying, instead of just giving it back, here we go. We're used to saying, "What's your offer?" Now, we parallel it with the biblical term in Ezekiel 33:11, when God warns people so they can turn away from destruction. And God often warns people before consequences come. So here's a clip specifically showing. So that was that clip. So instead of listening, Eustace kept trying to get money from the situation. So even if the chaos started to begin happening in the house, he still refuses to let the slab go. So this represents how greed can blind someone in danger. And the biblical principle, 1 Timothy 6:10, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Greed causes people to chase things they should leave alone. And here's another clip. Okay, so this is the scene right here when the curse started to happen. When desperation makes the wrong opportunity looks right. Now I'm about to play an earlier scene from this show where Eustace, when they was watching the news, and Eustace, when they found the slab, where Courage found it, and he grabbed the slab and was hugging it on the couch. Now I want y'all guys to pay attention to this and what he was manifesting on top of what he was going to do with the money. He was mumbling, he's rich, he's going to be rich, rich, rich. He's going to be able to finally fix his truck, repair parts of the house. Um, Clearly, we all know that they're suffering from poverty. So in his mind, the slab represent hope and escape from poverty. So this moment shows something important. Sometimes desperation makes people believe that a questionable opportunity is a blessing. And a biblical principle from Proverbs 13:11, wealth is gained quickly, will dwindle. Quick gain often comes with hidden consequences. And now let's check out this part. Okay, so for fair use and copyright reasons. Now here comes the reasoning in the scriptures. The deception pattern. The Gibeonites in Joshua 9 lied to Israel in order to secure protection. They succeeded temporarily, but their deception resulted in lifetime of service. Even when deception works at first, consequences will always follow. The greed of these nations. And the Bible also describes surrounding nations like the Canaanites, practicing rituals and sacrifices seeking power or prosperity. God warned Israel not to imitate these practices, and that can be found in Deuteronomy 12:31. And the lesson is that chasing power, fortune, or blessings through the wrong means leads to destruction. Okay, and now before I show you the end of the show, where the situation flips back on Eustace, where he gave up the slab to Courage. Courage threw it out, but then Eustace turned around. He ran after the slab, said, "What was I thinking? Tripping." He was like, "That's 3 plagues, you're out." So the situation flips back on him, which means Eustace became a sacrifice. And since now this entity is feeding off that, it killed Eustace, but it used him on the tomb of his tomb, put Eustace on the slab, as now, as Eustace becomes the entity. And at the end of the show, where it was playing the music and then it ended with, "What's your offer?" So you got to think about it. It mocked him. And people often become trapped by the very behavior they use against others. In Galatians 6:7, a man reaps what he sows. So this is what the thing is. It's like, don't play with stuff like that, especially when things don't belong. False idolizations, worshiping things that we shouldn't be worshiping. That means the Ankh, jewelry, anything that comes from the land of Canaanites. They use all that type of things to the false gods and all that stuff. And basically what I'm saying is, take this from Eustace. You don't want to become that sacrifice, because like the Canaanites, that's what they do. And you become a sacrifice. And also you would get mocked, but not mocked righteously, mocked by the evil doings you do. The deeper message or lesson behind these episodes is simply, not every opportunity is meant for you. Greed can make people ignore warnings. Desperation can make a cursed opportunity look like a blessing. What you chase the wrong way can become your downfall. Sometimes the warning is very clear, but if someone keeps asking, "What's the offer?" they may miss the moment when they should have simply let it go.